And I'm telling you, you didn't get no money, Katt. You didn't really get no money until actually you bent over. And when you bent over, you Jesus about it. Where your pimping at? Why you all my aunties? Where your pimping at? Where's your pimping, bro? Like, why are you your kids, bro? Stop playing with me, Katt Williams.
I'm just gonna go ahead and announce my retirement from stand-up.
Orlando Brown is once again becoming the talk of the town as he allegedly exposes hidden agendas in Hollywood. He is calling out individuals he believes are being unfair and unjust to other artists in the industry. However, that's not the main headline. Brown has garnered significant support from fans to expose the alleged crimes of iconic comedian Katt Williams, who has a history of speaking out against Hollywood's truths. Orlando Brown has returned with some scalding hot tea to spill on the shady side of the entertainment industry. In a recent interview with Cam Capone News, he dropped some shocking revelations about Katt Williams, alleging that Williams engaged in self-pimping for financial gain. Whenever Orlando appears on these YouTube shows, the reactions are always a mixed bag. On one hand, there are those who argue that nothing Orlando says should be taken seriously due to his alleged struggles with serious mental health issues and substance use. However, many others point out that despite his eccentric delivery, Orlando often makes points that are quite sensible if you can look past the unconventional presentation.
Single mayor needs to figure out what the they want to do before There should be grapes, turnips, vegetables, everything on the streets.
Orlando's comments on Katt and the jeopardy he may be facing shed light on a darker side of the comedy world. According to Orlando, peering behind the scenes reveals that the comedy industry isn't always as lighthearted as it seems. Instead, there are numerous shady and dark occurrences lurking in its shadows.
The road is nothing to play with. And since, Richard Pryor left us, God rest his soul, it's more like, everybody's trying to be Richard Pryor.
While Orlando has undoubtedly faced personal challenges, there appears to be a positive shift in his life recently. Earlier this year, he took the proactive step of undergoing a mental health assessment, yielding promising results. Moreover, Orlando has openly shared his commitment to a substance-free lifestyle, indicating a journey toward well-being. However, it seems that emotional scars from his early Hollywood years persist. Rumors suggest something shocking occurred during his time at Disney and Nickelodeon, leaving lasting mental trauma. Some fans speculate that Orlando's sudden laughter outbursts in interviews are signs of inner torment. Conversely, others believe he may be feigning madness as a protective measure. According to this view, this persona allows Orlando to speak candidly about Hollywood without facing serious repercussions. One fan wrote, "I have been telling people for years that Hollywood don't F with the celebs that appear to be off. They act so well that it'll throw you off. I believe something happened to Orlando that was inflicted by Disney. Another example is Britney Spears. Her father and her team treated her like she had a wandering mind and couldn't take care of herself. All along, she knew what was going on. And now Orlando is using all this support to expose everyone's current favorite Katt Williams. According to him, all the things Katt Williams said about industry and the big names is all because he has allegedly sold himself for money, and for that he has even bent himself over. Orlando Brown is some of those people who have openly talked about these dark parties going on since Hollywood came into being. He has always claimed that people in this industry are monsters who can do anything for their own gains, be it financial or physical.
Everybody's a gay rapper except
I agree with you on that.
Excuse you? I know that.
Complete.
Not only this, he even did some weird mimicry during his latest interview to pump the record execs, and somehow he revealed about those secret night parties of men.
You gave me the ooshka shmoof, the shmooshmash. Daddy. Yeah, shine. You know what I mean?
Moreover, he also accused the elites of the same thing that they force artists to get involved in intimate activities, and he was mainly pointing out Diddy.
You know what I'm saying? We looking for some shit. We trying to shake up the world, baby. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do some out here.
Behind Hollywood's glittering facade lies a murky realm of untold stories, shrouded in mystery and darkness. Throughout its history, the entertainment industry has been plagued by unresolved scandals and sinister secrets that remain buried in the shadows. From the era when artists were extorted by infamous criminal syndicates, to the period when the prevalence of taboo activities led to a deterioration of mental health, Hollywood's underbelly holds countless enigmatic tales. Yet, these accounts remain largely concealed from public knowledge, as those who dared to shed light on the industry's dark side often met tragic fates.
Take that clear path. They kind of want to,
they want it funky. They want to kind of thrive off.
Smart Guy also shared a similar experience working in Hollywood. He disclosed that artists were invited to parties where they were coerced into performing obscene activities to secure deals with record labels. Not only were they forced into these actions, but the events were also recorded, ensuring that if the artist tried to defy or reject the labels in the future, the incriminating footage could be used against them.
In a home play, but what happens is you
get that last point. You and then you
yeah,
move on
nobody,
to the
yeah.
To make it clear, this means that artists were possibly forced to sell their souls for the sake of money and fame. Not only were they compelled to perform unusual acts, but they were also forcefully According to him, they were made to work late into the night to test their stamina and secure their deals.
They trying to drug you, so you be in a studio session late at night, and they'll see if you a meatball, yo bro, here, hit this blunt.
According to Smart Guy, these absurd activities were recorded to blackmail artists in the future. If the artist became famous and influential, the recordings could be used to trap them in contracts, ensuring they remained under control and compliant with the demands of those in power. So given this history, one can conclude that all these obscene parties are the center of some big names who can sell themselves for money and anything. And this is what Orlando is alleging of Katt Williams. Circling back to Katt Williams, he has claimed multiple times in the past that powerful figures in Hollywood have tried to ruin him. He initially didn't realize that these individuals would go to great lengths to protect their shady dealings. As far back as the early 2010s, Katt publicly stated that he had to stop discussing the rumored secret society that controls Hollywood because they were allegedly attempting to take him out. In a 2013 interview with Black Tree TV, Katt asserted that the constant barrage of negative media stories about him was partly due to his refusal to align with this influential industry group. According to Katt, his decision to avoid this secretive and powerful club has made him a target for intense media scrutiny.
All of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time.
But apparently Orlando has suggested that Katt has done it all to gain public support and money, and one instance is when Wanda Smith got fired supposedly because of him. In the comedy scene, drama often takes center stage, and a big feud that has garnered significant attention involves Katt Williams and Wanda Smith. Katt recently called out Wanda during a guest spot on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay Shay. This spat has ignited a firestorm online, with people delving into the origins and motivations behind this ongoing beef. Let's dive into how this clash started and why Wanda might be trying to smear Katt's name. Wanda Smith made a name for herself as a radio host and comedian on Atlanta's V103 radio station, co-hosting the popular Frank and Wanda in the Morning show. She's been in the game for a while, starting out as a writer for Def Comedy Jam. Besides her radio gig, she's ventured into acting, appearing in movies like Madea Goes to Jail and Medea's Witness Protection. But it's not just about entertainment for Wanda. She's also passionate about women's empowerment. She founded Girls Stand Together, a movement focused on supporting and uplifting women from all walks of life. Her dedication to empowering women shows that she's committed to making a positive impact, both in and out of the spotlight. During her career, Wanda Smith formed a strong partnership with radio personality Frank Ski, creating a dynamic duo that brought laughter and entertainment to their audience over the airwaves. Despite her significant accomplishments and contributions to the industry, Wanda Smith's sudden departure from V103 and the subsequent lack of updates have left many curious about her next moves. The uncertainty surrounding Smith's professional path raises questions about whether she'll return to broadcasting or explore new avenues to channel her passion for comedy and empowerment. The absence of clear information adds a sense of mystery to Wanda Smith's future, leaving fans and industry observers intrigued about what lies ahead for this influential figure in radio and comedy.
What that was, like, what did I do to you? Did I say something about you? Did I don't know. When I was looking at him, I couldn't even respond.
Speculation has been swirling about Wanda Smith's abrupt departure from V103, possibly being linked to her feud with Katt Williams. According to Williams, he believes Wanda was out to get him, likening her actions to those of many Hollywood elites who he claims act in similar ways. In a recent episode of Willie D Live on January 9th, Following his notable interview on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharpe a week earlier, Katt Williams talked about various aspects of his life. He shared stories about his early intelligence as a child, moving to Miami as a teenager, and the journey that led to his fame as a comedian and actor. About 50 minutes into the conversation, host Willie D brought up Williams' infamous exchange with former V103 radio host Wanda Smith in 2018. Williams defended his conduct, stating, "Be careful when you say how badly I did her, because I never called her out of her name. I was very composed." The star of Friday After Next characterized the situation as both a trap and a setup, describing it as an interesting scenario where attempting to trap something larger than the trap itself leads to unexpected outcomes. Williams used the analogy of setting a trap for a turtle, only to have a rhinoceros step into it, creating an entirely different situation.
Like, all my enemies all look the same in the eyes, whether it's Faison, Wanda, Aries, Spears, they all look like...
Katt Williams further detailed the circumstances leading up to his interview at V103, shedding light on what happened behind the scenes. According to him, a woman convinced him to do an impromptu interview that he hadn't planned for or prepared for. Despite his initial hesitation, she insisted, promising that the interview would focus solely on celebrating his recent Emmy win for the city and would steer clear of sensitive topics like his children or legal issues. Reflecting on the conversation, Williams recalled the woman saying, "Katt, come on, you just won an Emmy for the city. I just want to give you your flowers. I won't talk about kids. I won't talk about no jail." However, he expressed disappointment when he entered the room, and the interviewer didn't mention the Emmy at all. Williams clarified that he didn't intend to hurt anyone's feelings and recognized the difficult position the woman was in. He added, "I'm bantering with you because you keep acting like you're qualified to do that." The pivotal moment during the show that led Katt Williams to feel like the woman was out to destroy him happened when he was a guest alongside comedian Red Grant, who was in Atlanta for his weekend shows. The interview was already making waves because Williams had been taking shots at fellow comedians like Jared Carmichael, Lil Rel Howery, Kevin Hart, and Hannibal Buress. He particularly called out Tiffany Haddish, questioning her comedic skills despite her success in Girls Trip, saying she'd been doing comedy since she was 16. "You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke." Tensions between Williams and Wanda Smith reached a boiling point around the 13-minute mark when he criticized her interviewing style. The situation escalated when Smith made the mistake of suggesting that Williams had a dated perm. Even though the segment was almost over and co-host Frank Ski was about to cut to commercial, things got heated, leading to a viral moment in broadcasting history. Setting the record straight, Katt Williams responded defiantly, stating, "My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm. Come run one of your gnarled fingers through it." The heated exchange between Williams and Smith continued to escalate, with Williams hurling more insults. He went as far as suggesting that she remove her headphones and wig. In response, Smith fired back, advising Williams to take off them old-ass clothes you got on. Unfazed, Williams decided to make a point by opening his jacket, revealing an item he claimed was from an unreleased Versace collection. In a sarcastic tone, Williams remarked, "Shout out to Forever 21 necklace collection," as co-host Frank Ski struggled to contain his laughter and transition to a commercial break to salvage the situation. Williams didn't let up, stating, "Only one of us has $12 worth of jewelry on. If you want to have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Citgo or Quick Trip. If you buy 2 packs of Newport 100S, they will give you everything Wanda has on right now for $7.99, and it comes with a free car wash." The insults continued to fly as the tension in the room reached its peak. Williams didn't hold back, launching a series of weight-related jokes aimed at Smith during the interview. "If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't calm me down." When Smith referred to him as Lil Mama, Williams fired back with, "You probably shouldn't talk about sizes. You're big on the radio." In response to Smith's suggestion that he had spent time in prison, Williams quickly set the record straight, asserting, "I have 19 felonies, no convictions." The aftermath of the interview took a dramatic turn resembling an episode of Atlanta. The day after the segment, it was reported that Smith's husband, Lamorris Sellers, allegedly confronted and chased Williams into a Home Depot. According to reports, the comedian Katt Williams informed Gwinnett County Police that Lamorris Sellers, the husband of Wanda Smith, a co-host for radio station V103, had allegedly pointed a gun at him outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater, as reported by WSB-TV. Sellers, however, offered a different account to the police. He claimed that he had chased Williams into a nearby supermarket but denied pointing a gun at him, stating that his firearm had fallen out of his waistband during the pursuit. After the reported altercation between Williams and Sellers following the interview, Smith addressed both incidents on air. She recounted that at the Comedy Theater, Williams approached her stating, "I told you messing with me will make you go viral." This encounter led to Sellers pursuing Williams into a Food Depot supermarket. Due to legal constraints, Smith refrained from providing additional details about the altercation. However, she openly discussed feeling attacked during her interview with Williams. "I sensed that, from the beginning of his conversation, he had an agenda to confront me, and it made me uneasy," Smith elaborated. "He seemed to be targeting me. I'm not the type of comedian to engage in a back and forth. When he started coming at me, it threw me off. I didn't know how to respond because I didn't want to engage in that kind of dialogue, out of respect." "I am not playing victim," Smith added. "I am not a jokester like that. I don't know how to do that. He did it. He won. It threw me off." As for what the Emmy-winning Williams had to say about Haddish, that's below. Haddish has been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back-to-back for an hour, he said. They all ready to down Monique and up somebody who has shown them Girls Trip. Did you think she wrote Girls Trip goofball, or do you think that was already a script and they handed it to her? It's up to you, whatever you want to believe. Haddish has since responded via Twitter. "It's official, I made it. Cat Pack all day talked about me and didn't have his facts right. #I win #she ready. I look forward to seeing you on Monday, Cat, when we pick up our Emmys. I just want to shower you with real love because you need it, and I love you." However, Wanda's husband denied that he pointed the gun at Katt. Sellers openly admitted to pursuing Williams, heading to a nearby Food Depot supermarket, as he believed Williams was verbally assaulted without any justification. According to Sellers, he witnessed Williams making a direct approach towards Smith outside the club, echoing his wife's account of the incident. Initially addressing Smith with, "There's the lady of the hour," Williams reportedly lit a cigarette and remarked to Smith, "I told you messing with me would make you go viral." Sellers intervened at this point, advising Williams, "Bro, you need to find something else to do." According to Sellers, Williams escalated the situation dramatically, responding with, "You find something to do? I'll fight you. I'll fight your big expletive." Williams allegedly moved closer to Sellers. In a tense face-off, Sellers, towering at 6'2" and weighing 370 pounds, started moving menacingly towards the comedian. Williams. Sensing the danger, Williams promptly bolted towards the Food Depot. Despite a bodyguard's attempt to step in, a scuffle ensued between Sellers and the bodyguard. In the midst of the commotion, Sellers admitted that his gun slipped from his waistband and onto the ground. Witnessing this, Williams dashed into the supermarket. Sellers claimed he swiftly picked up the gun and continued his pursuit. Inside the Food Depot, Sellers noticed Katt Williams had retreated into the aisles from the register area. Sensing the eyes of onlookers, Sellers opted to diffuse the tension. "I wasn't aiming to stir up trouble," Sellers explained. "I walked past the bodyguard and offered an apology. Nothing against you personally. He doesn't compensate you enough for this gig." I could tell by his expression and demeanor that he wanted no part in what Katt was up to. Carrying a gun for a decade, Sellers confessed he occasionally forgets he's armed. Notably, he wasn't carrying the gun in a holster that night. Sellers wanted to clarify that Williams was the instigator, not him. He maintained the incident wasn't related to their on-air banter, but stemmed from Williams targeting his wife during his club visit. "This situation made me look like the weakest, lamest person in the world," Sellers expressed. "It made me look like I got mad because my wife got roasted by Katt Williams on the air. It had nothing to do with what was on the air. That's what comedians do. When he came to the club, he targeted my wife. As a man, I'm not built like that. I couldn't possibly let that happen. I have to protect my wife. I wasn't looking for conflict, I just wanted him to keep it moving. He chose to do different." Sellers, married to Smith for 9 years, believes Williams orchestrated the drama for publicity ahead of his tour and Netflix special. Despite Williams reporting to the Gwinnett County Police that Sellers had aimed a gun at him, a Food Depot video, while lacking footage of the club altercation, showed no visible firearm. "He never saw the gun's barrel," Sellers clarified. "The video proves I had nothing in my hand. I had pushed it back into my waist." When questioned by TMZ photographers, Williams sidestepped providing a clear statement on the incident, instead asking, Why would someone pull out a gun? If not to shoot, then what? He admitted to being easily frightened, saying, "Yes." The fallout was severe, leading to Wanda's dismissal from the show. It became apparent Wanda harbored resentment towards Williams. But there's more. During this one particular incident, many people speculated that Katt may have spoken all this because of money. In a frank conversation with Vlad TV, Williams recounted feeling uneasy due to what he interpreted as advances from Diddy. Williams attended a party at Diddy's opulent mansion, anticipating mingling with fellow celebrities. However, the evening took a disconcerting turn when Williams noticed something odd. There were no women present, only men.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Feeling uneasy, Williams attempted to depart, but Diddy persistently pursued him, making suggestive remarks and offering a suspicious drink. Sensing the situation, Williams declined the drink and firmly expressed his disinterest in Diddy's advances. In no uncertain terms, Williams reiterated his stance, irrespective of Diddy's wealth, fame, or power. "I am not gay, and I am not going to sleep with you." However, his rejection seemed to astonish and offend Diddy, who resorted to trying to intimidate Williams by threatening his career. Undeterred, Williams held his ground, asserting that he had nothing to fear. Eventually, Williams found an exit from the party, leaving the unsettling encounter behind. His decision to share this experience arose from a desire to shed light on the darker aspects of the entertainment industry and caution aspiring artists about whom they trust. Williams made it clear that his concern wasn't about anyone's but rather about feeling harassed and pressured into something he didn't desire. He underscored the importance of respecting boundaries and emphasized the significance of consent, regardless of gender or orientation. "I respect everyone's right to love whoever they want to love, but I also respect my right to say no thank you," Williams stated emphatically. In wrapping up his account, Katt Williams stressed the significance of respecting personal boundaries, underscoring that neither wealth nor celebrity should override the necessity for consent. His narrative stands as a poignant reminder that individuals should never feel compelled to engage in actions they find uncomfortable, irrespective of their position or influence. Despite potential changes in his Hollywood relationships, where he might have lost some acquaintances and gained detractors, one indisputable result is Katt Williams' rise in popularity subsequent to his impactful appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast. During the nearly 3-hour episode, the acclaimed entertainer shared candid insights and unfiltered perspectives on fellow comedians and notable industry figures, including discussions about Diddy and even Pastor T.D. Jakes. Notably, Diddy encountered challenges at the end of 2023, facing a series of accusations involving relationships and legal matters, including a lawsuit settlement with his ex-girlfriend Cassidy. Katt Williams' bold and unrestrained commentary on various aspects of the entertainment industry significantly contributed to the podcast's widespread acclaim, further solidifying his position as an influential voice in the comedic landscape.
Not powerful, Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that...
Even renowned preacher T.D. Jakes found himself amidst controversy when unverified TikTok accounts falsely implicated him in scandalous activities, suggesting he attended parties hosted by Diddy. Additionally, his personal life came under scrutiny. When asked about the fear of being ostracized in Hollywood, Katt Williams responded candidly, stating, "What do you mean again? These individuals are not influential. Satan lacks creative power." Regarding Diddy and T.D. Jakes, he noted, "All those with questionable conduct are encountering difficulties in 2024. It's a time of accountability for everyone, whether you're Diddy or someone else. T.D. Jakes or any others, all falsehoods will be exposed. That's the truth. And those who misunderstand, well, they understand why. The truth illuminates." Moreover, Katt Williams doesn't hold back his disdain for Diddy and his infamous parties. During his appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast, Williams discussed Dave Chappelle's decision to walk away from $50 million, indicating that it wasn't even close to what he himself had turned down. Williams claimed to have rejected $50 million on 4 separate occasions in his career. "Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about, right? 'Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no." It appears that Orlando holds a differing perspective. Despite Katt's revelations, reportedly claiming that Hollywood is targeting him and certain individuals want him canceled, Orlando believes Katt has tarnished the reputations of prominent figures because of his hunger for fame and wealth.
No money for no teeth yet. It was all gum. It was just nothing but these. Remember that, Katt? And you was rolling, rolling through the town. And that shit was a rental.
But what is surprising is that Katt is still the public's favorite. One person wrote, "Bless him and keep him safe because I truly believe underneath the manic outbursts behavior. I believe he's telling the truth." That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.